Back. We're just under 2 hours roughly until Spurs tip off against the Pelicans.
Let's send it back out to the AT&T Center where Marcus Floyd joins us again, this time with Kyle Spishock to break down the big storylines going into the game.
Welcome down to the AT&T Center where the Spurs and Pelicans face off tonight. The Spurs are off to a nice 5-2 record, but I mean, Kyle, as I said before, is that kind of fool's gold this time?
Yeah, I mean, it looks nice on paper, and offensively they look great. They've looked the best that they have in years. Defensively, though, that seems to be the problem, especially with the backcourt and the perimeter defense that we keep stressing. In the last 6 years, defensively, they've been great, top 10 consistently. This year, 18th, 19th in defensive efficiency. We'll see if they can figure out the perimeter. I mean, it doesn't seem like they have anything right now.
They have a bit of ways to go. I mean, these guys, they're going to have to step up again. All the injuries have kind of made it a little bit difficult for these guys because it's kind of hard to gel where you're not sure who's going to be on the floor, when they're going to be on the floor, and that kind of thing. A good thing for them is they haven't played a whole lot of really good teams. I mean, talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so far we've seen them play a lot of teams that are on the outside looking in terms of the Western Conference playoff picture. Obviously, it's a little bit early with the Lakers. We're sure that they're going to make it at some point. Mavericks, Suns, they've been lottery bound, especially the Suns since Steve Nash left. So they've had a very favorable schedule so far. We'll see how they play against the Pelicans, especially if Anthony Davis is in the fold.
Now, the Pelicans have typically been a perennial playoff team in the last few years, but coming into here, they've lost 4 straight. I mean, how will the Spurs match up with them? And there's any sympathy for a team like that that's banged up a little bit?
It's all about AD. If AD plays, you see the results: 4-1 with him, 0-3 without him. We're supposed to expect him to play tonight, so I have no idea how they're going to defend AD.
And if AD is on the court, that's the problem. He's a big matchup problem. He and Drew Holiday have been Spurs killers this whole time because the athleticism that AD presents, he just is no one on this court that can match up with him, and his length. Hopefully they can try to contain him, and then the rest of the role players can kind of fill in. Now, going forward, what are the Spurs going to have to do to continue this 5-2 record at the 700 winning percentage?
Well, so far, DeMar DeRozan's doing a great job filling in for the one, kind of a stretch one, with his 7-8 assists per game, able to facilitate, able to score. Awesome. However, the defense. Pop has to go in his Spurs lab, the silver and black lab, try to figure something out, figure out the perfect game plan for the defense, because I certainly don't know what it is. I mean, they don't pay me the big bucks for that. That's all on Pop. But if they could figure it out, then we could see maybe a 7-8 playoff seed moving forward, I would say.
Hopefully, if the defense does come around, they will do a little bit better in 7-8 because, you know, with 7-8, that's a tough matchup in that first round. However, the Spurs, with DeMar DeRozan and, again, a couple of key pieces, and then hopefully those other guys can come back. Brent Forbes has stepped up a little bit. Patty Mills has stepped up a little bit. You know, you don't get DeJounte back this year, but hopefully they can do what they need to do and get a little bit better playoff position than that. Now, they have a couple of tough games coming up. We hope they can gel a little bit better. I mean, what is it going to take for them to gel, though, you think?
Well, one of the understated things right now is that Aldridge's shot percentage is fairly low. However, offensive boards, second chance points, he's getting about 4.5 something a game, the highest in his career. But if Aldridge starts sinking those shots, plus the second chance points, they should be golden.
Big game tonight here, Spurs